Hello, everybody. This is Evan. Crap. Hello, everyone. This is Greg from OHW Company. I'm here with another case study, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how I help this hypnotherapist get high quality leads by dialing in on the right audience. So, in this case study, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I got these high quality leads for the hypnotherapist. You'll get a look at the strategy we executed, the obstacles we faced, and how we're able to navigate everything to get the good, high quality leads the client was looking for, right? So, essentially, like this client knew the basics of what Google Ads was, but they haven't really built a real strategy behind everything. So, they ran into a lot of troubles here. A problem they had was their budget was pretty tight and was they were feeling very overwhelmed. They hired freelancers who actually ran their account, set everything up, but they didn't necessarily listen to her targeting requirements, and they weren't being very diligent with the data that was being shown. They were targeting the wrong states. They didn't exclude men. They didn't really take a chance to listen to the client's goals here. And most people who are on these Upwork sites, Fiverr, Freelancer, etc., they're very surface level. So a lot of leads she did get, they were unqualified. They weren't her right market, and she ended up getting a lot of money thrown at the wrong people here. Not to mention the uptick in the mental health space. So there's been a lot of pro mental health therapy talk. And now, because of this, a lot of these big players are starting to flood the market and they have these big budgets, not just for ad spend, but also for influencer marketing, event marketing, and things of that nature. So we had to face a lot of competition here. So, and to do that, we niched down, redefined the targeting, and then we made ad copy that speaks to the right audience as a way to get around this. So, our solution was pretty simple. We heard what the client wanted. They wanted to talk to women only in a handful of specific states. And this way, we were able to avoid wasting any spin on the wrong audience. We built a campaign around tailoring the messaging and the targeting to her ideal client, along with adding a competitor keyword campaign, which is something that a lot of people don't really take the time to do. I can't stress this enough. If you are in a high saturated market where there's a lot of competition, having a bunch of keywords of big players can really help you out and steal some of their traffic. So for this, we had a competitor campaign, and in that campaign, we had keywords such as better help, therapy talk. These big guys where people who have brand recognition already, who are organically looking for these people, will be able to show our ad in front of them and steal their traffic. Pretty neat. And doing so, we're able to get a lot of leads to come in. So after we, messed around with the target, we tailored our ad copy accordingly, and we also updated the landing page that highlighted the offers and how the solution was there at her practice and no one else for hypnotherapy because there was a lot of competition. We were able to get a lot of leads, 129 leads with a really good CTR there. And she was able to close one third of these leads, giving her a really good return on her investment. This is just another example, guys, how we have to be very diligent on who we're targeting, and we have to be benefit driven in the ad copy as well. So it was good to improve lead quality, but targeting, but also you have to understand that people who are not curious, people who are not necessarily, they're just looking around, just doing a quick Google search, their intent might not be as high. However, when you tailor the messaging to get them to see, like, hey, you're looking this up, you're looking for a hypnotherapist, you're a woman in this state specifically, here's an ad tailored just for you. So it speaks to them. So now you kind of persuade them with the ad copy to move down the funnel a little bit, just a bit, just enough to get them to actually sign up for a call, right? You actually have to make sure that everything that you offer as far as your services is aligning with what your copyright is saying, which is also aligning with what your targeting is. So you can see here, these are a couple of ad examples. I had to blur them out due to privacy reasons, but we were getting conversions like crazy. Our CTR was around like 5 and 4. We had a decent conversion rate. One ad got a 6% conversion rate, which is really good. We did have one ad that only had 1.42, but we actually eventually turned that one off and revamped it. But this is what happens when you align your offer, your product with the right audience and bridge that gap. See, sometimes we think that having ads is just, oh, we just run an ad and then the people who want to check it out, they'll click on it. When the reality of it is your job for your ads is to sell the solution as well. That's all this is about. These core marketing strategy principles don't go out the window just because you're running a Google ad or a Facebook ad or whatever. So always keep these things in mind. What service am I giving to people? Who are these people? Who do I really want to target? And you have to align that accordingly with your ads too. So many people overlook this step, and I can honestly tell you, it's the big factor between a successful campaign and a campaign that's not so successful. A campaign that gives you a return and a campaign that's just wasting a lot of your ad spend. So just keep these things in mind. Really define exactly who you're targeting and define who you want to work with and how you can align your products and your services, create a dope offer that speaks to your clients or potential clients, and go ahead and create ads around that, which is solving their problem, whatever that is. So, in conclusion here, just wrapping things up, we built a campaign around her ideal audience, women only, right? We didn't waste any money on men. She didn't want to work with men, and that's totally fine. It's totally fine. We were able to build a campaign around that and tailor it to women specifically, which really gave us these good results. And along with that, we had a competitor campaign, where we stole a lot of major players' traffics just by having their brand name. People who have these big names in your field, take advantage of that. BetterHelp is spending thousands and thousands of dollars, way more than this client. However, we were still able to get some of those traffics, some of those leads, and be able to have a successful campaign doing that. So just wanted to share this with you guys. If you have any other questions or would like to work, please visit our site, shoot an email here at info@ohwcompany.com. I'd love to talk to you. Be on the lookout for more case studies and have a great day.